The second half of today's lesson deals with solving systems by elimination, and then also a word problem in which we'll use substitution to solve. So let's take a look at the word problem first. The Lee family is deciding between two lawn care services, and Ed's Lawn charges a $49 setup fee plus $29 per month. So whenever we see the words per month, we should really think to ourselves, okay, this is probably the question right here, per month. Let's see if they're asking for the number of months. Let's go to that question. How many months? They are. We don't know the number of months. We're going to use M to represent that. And we can write an equation to represent Ed's lawn service. So let's write Ed's. And his equation is this, a $49 setup fee. This is just a one-time fee, so $49 plus, and then a $29 per month, so 29M. So let's write that down. So Ed's is, his charge is, and then we have the $29 per month plus the $49 charge. Well, that's his. Let's move on. A team. So A, let's write down their charge. Their charge is a $25 setup fee or startup fee. So that's the one-time charge plus $37 per month. So whenever you see that word per, that tells us that is our variable amount, 37M. They're asking in how many months will they charge the same? Same. Okay, charge needs to be the same. So let's use that same variable, C. And A team's charge is $37 per month plus $25. All right, well, let's go ahead and try solving now. We're going to take Ed's charge and set it equal to A team's charge and see what we get. So 29M plus 49 equals 37M plus 25. Well, we can go ahead and solve by just doing opposite operations here. We'll subtract 25 from both sides. And we'll subtract that 29M from both sides as well and see what we get. So we go ahead and do that subtraction, and 25 from 49 leaves us with 24. And 29, we take that away from 37, so that leaves us with an 8M. And so all we have to do is divide by 8, and we'll have our answers. M equals 3. So it's 3 months. They end up charging the same. But we're not done yet. They want to know, what will the charge be after that 3 months? We'll just take that 3 and put it in for one of these M's. So I don't know. Let's just put it in for that one right there. So C equals 37 times by 3 plus 25. So we go ahead and do the work there. 3 times 7 makes 21, so carry a 2. And then 3 and 3 make 9, plus 2 makes 11. So 111 plus 25, that leaves us with a 6, a 3, and a 1. $136 is the charge after 3 months of service. And that's when they'll charge the same. So let me rewrite that 3 months there. So 3 months of service, and then their companies charge the same. So we'll see that Ed is the one that's more expensive to start with because his startup fee is more, but after 3 months, he's the better deal. Well, let's move on to the next type. Elimination is the way they want us to solve, and that makes sense. We want to use elimination here because we've got x's, y's, equal signs, constants all in line. Let's take this top equation, multiply it by 2. And that way we can get the x's to cancel. See, now we have 4x plus 4y equals 4. Wow, all 4s. Well, we add that stuff together, and let's see what happens. See, these x's are now gone, and we're left with an 8y equals 16. Go ahead and do some division there, and we'll have our value of y. So in this case, y is 2. We can take that 2 and substitute that right back into one of those equations. Let's put it in that top equation here, right there. So we'll rewrite this as 2x plus 2y. But in place of y, we're putting that 2. And then equals 2. So that's 2x plus 4 equals 2. And you just have to do some opposite operations to solve. So we'll subtract that 4. Watch the sign here. There are more negatives than positives, so we have 2x equals negative 2. When you do that division, you end up with x equaling negative 1. So there it is, negative 1 comma 2 is the point where the two lines cross. Well, one more substitution problem. This one's a good one because Here, we can't just multiply one equation. I need to multiply both. So I'm going to eliminate the x's because they're smaller numbers to multiply by. Let's multiply that top one by 3, bottom by -2. Let's see what happens here. So go ahead and do that work. When I do this, every number up top gets multiplied by 3, so it becomes 6x plus 12y equals -12. So that's the problem most people make, is that they write the 3, they even draw the arrows, but they don't multiply every number by 3. So make sure you do that. Then do the same thing with the -2. Each number, -2 by every single number there. And that makes a -6x, -10y equals a +6. So when you add that stuff together, x's will cancel. You're left with a 2y equals -6. And that's the beauty of the elimination method, is that when you do this method, you're left with a one-step equation. So that's why people like it. It seems like it's easier to solve this way. So we divide by 2, we get y at -3. Take that -3 and substitute it. Let's put it into one of those original equations. How about this one right here? Put it in for that y. So let's rewrite that top equation. 2x plus 4 multiplied by -3. And this all equals -4. And so we go ahead and do some work there. I'll multiply and see what's left. 2x minus 12 equals -4. So you can do some opposite operations there. Add the 12 to both sides. Now when I do that, careful here, we've got more positives than negatives, opposite signs. I need to subtract. Let's get our answer here. 2x equals 8. And so from there, it's just one step. And all I have to do is divide by 2. So I do that division, and we've got our answer. So here we end up with an x equaling 4. So there it is. X is 4, while y is -3. That's where the two lines cross. Well, there's part 2. We've got that problem that involved setting up a system and then using substitution to solve, and solving 2 problems using elimination.